Yeah, hopefully everything's all right. We didn't notice anything. And we quickly sprint to 184. Jeremy Olszko, Ohio, is someone to really pay attention to. Surprisingly, has vaulted up to 5-0 record in MAC duels, 16-7 overall. Last week, won by decision against Adrian Kramer of Central Michigan.
And has every reason to keep picking up wins here at 184 pounds. Somebody that I think last week with that win versus Adrian Kramer of Central Michigan kind of put the rest of the MAC on notice that he can be a top 4 guy in this conference. As he's working against Kent State here. Kent State's certainly had a guy, or kind of been working 184 by committee this season.
Indeed, yeah.
All guys have just about over 10 matches apiece across the tournaments and opens that they've been to.
Jim Andersey said that he weighed 3 guys earlier today: Kyle Snider, Trent Thompson, Holden Martin.
It looks like Kyle Snider's the one out there.
Kyle Snider wrestled both teammates, Trent and Holden, at the Michigan State Open and beat them.
Got to a leg there, not bad. He's got Olszko up in the air. Something that Olszko hasn't had to do in a little while, as he's been on a roll. Good job to fight himself back to the mat. Now he's kind of crunching him into a better spot for himself, and he's looking for a stalemate.
Jeremy Olszko, definitely a great story this season. Initially was going to be the starter at 174, but Garrett Thompson took that spot, and Coach Greenlee said that Jeremy Olszko has done a great job handling the weight class change. He has a couple of wins by tech fall earlier in the conference against NIU and Edinboro.
Kyle Snider's certainly a guy that Coach Andersey is excited to have in his room. You look at the way the team's going to shake out next year, probably his guy here at 184. At 7-3 so far on the year, you have reason to maybe hope that it's going to go well.
Only a redshirt freshman, too. This is an Ohio team that, you know, they're pretty dangerous, with a couple of guys that could qualify for NCAAs, win a MAC championship in their respective weight classes. But next year is even more crazy to think about, with the anticipated return of Zane Lehman and Sal Perrine, 2 NCAA qualifiers from 2 years ago.
And 2 guys that could slot right back into MAC championships as well.
Joel Greenlee in his 27th season. He's got to be really happy with what the future holds. But right now, all eyes on Jeremy Olszko.
Tried to get a duck under there to get a shot before the end of the period, but nothing going. Certainly a little more exciting of a 0-0 match than we had there at 165. Or, yes, 165. So it's going to be Olszko going down. He wants the first points.
Ohio's MAC dual wins this season over Bloomsburg, Cleveland State, Central Michigan, and Edinboro. The only loss was by 1 point to NIU.
That was such a tough one. I mean, flipped in the last match of that duel. The last 3 matches really is great job to turn it into a 2. Reverse there is you roll, I'll roll 2 from Jeremy Olszko.
And they'll restart back at the center.
The Bobcat up 2-0 instead of 1-0. And that's going to be another caution on Olszko, though. That's 2. Can't be giving up too many more.
Riding time not a factor right now.
Olszko, big guy to throw legs in, certainly against Snider, as Snider's a bit of a long guy here at 184 pounds.
Stuck right now. Seconds of riding time going Jeremy's way.
He's flattening him out, too. He wants to see if he can pick up a stall on him from the bottom. Now he's going half, tried to punch it all the way through there. Switching himself up to maybe go double boots. Looking that way if he likes the way that the hip has come up. Flattens him back out again. He's got the half now. It's up on the head, but just couldn't hold it.
You just saw a glimpse of Snider's facial expression there. Just frustrated. Not a place he can go.
Jeremy Olszko has certainly got him. Again, getting flattened out like this when you're a big guy, it's a lot of weight that ends up on top of you.
And Olszko has the 1 point of riding time at the moment. It's not locked up yet.
Now off this restart, he's got to do his best to not get another caution. He's unfortunately has to wait for the first move of Snider, and he did a good job there. And again, flattens him right back out. A lot of wrestling from our stomach out of Kyle Snider. He's certainly got a stall coming. The officials been watching him closely. And there it goes.
Stall on Snider. Final seconds of the second period.
And they go stall the other way on Olszko, which he's trying to get off on his hips, but he's really not doing a whole lot of working for a turn aside from when he punches that half in, and it's not enough.
And so 2 periods in the books. Jeremy Olszko clinging to a 2-0 lead. Coach Andersey of Kent State weighed 3 guys at 184 before this duel.
And Thompson goes, excuse me, that was Snider that decided to go neutral there. Again, knowing he has to get the takedown no matter what. Why waste time being on bottom, getting ridden even more? Now Olszko can play active defense, something he's very good at, and most big guys are.
What has impressed you the most about Jeremy Olszko this season?
Just the way that he can come out and score. I mean, the fact that we've watched him put up the tech falls we have as a guy who's bumping up a weight class against guys who should be bigger, stronger than him, he's just used that little bit of speed advantage to the greatest advantage. I think has really shown he's made things real hard, I think, for Coach next year coming into the season with Perrine and Lehman coming back. Only so many spots between, 4 or 5 guys, you're going to have to figure it out.
Good problem to have. That really showcases the depth of this team as they continue to build momentum.
And with 30 seconds to go, Olszko with the double unders here. He can play in this spot all he wants, goes to the legs just to keep things moving. 28 seconds. No stall, or each guy does have a stall call. Forgot about that. Gave him a little bit of a bogus one there, but he wasn't doing quite enough on top.
Kyle Snider is 7-3 this season, was planning on redshirting, but with all the injuries, he's been thrown into the fire.
This Olszko did a good job of sprawling through that one, throws him off, and that's how he's going to get the victory.
Jeremy Olszko win by decision, 3-0. And Ohio starting to take control of this duel, 23-8, with only 2 more bouts to go. 197 and heavyweight.